Called up. I don't get it. They got my live. It's a little tiny picture hole. And they have the... I don't know how it's supposed to do it. It's supposed to be in horizontal mode. It's all screwed up. But anyway, so they got me. They got bored with all my bits on there. And that's interesting. Moved me to the new room. Um, I got to eat my first hot meal. Yay! Meat in it. Isn't that terrible? I was a vegetarian like 7.5 years. And I can't live without meat. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's Florida time, 10:30. And I'm on the live on the hotel thing. I need phone time, straight talk phone time card. Please help somebody. I have a PayPal link thing. Otherwise, it's PayPal. It's showgirlltd at AOL.com. And showgirl like a Vegas showgirl, and LTD for limited designs. Abbreviation for limited designs. It's all one word. Showgirl LTD. But I have straight talk prepay, and I usually do like the $60 card or 65, whatever it is. That way I can boot my computer up to it for my eBay. Uh, for free using my phone. And but anyway, but my phone's gonna be off, and that's a really bad thing because I got all these jobs pending, and and I've got to have a phone. It's gonna be off pretty soon. Um, like in 24 hours, I guess. But if anybody can help, please do. Storage is due, and they're hitting late charges, like the second lot of late charges right now. I can't afford to lose them. I'm kind of wondering about the hospital thing because they said they were only going to keep me overnight. And I was surprised that they kept me overnight, actually. I thought I was going to walk right back out. And so they kept me overnight. They were supposed to move me in a real room yesterday, but the hospital's overloaded, apparently. They're really short-staffed. And so they actually moved me this morning, and I saw a real doctor this morning. He was very nice, very charming gentleman. And yes, I would go out with him. Okay, haven't dated in years. Um, but anyway, it only takes one really bad marriage to kind of make you not bother to look anymore, and one kid that makes you promise don't get married again. Uh, so I did my time. I did my time. I raised my kid well, and but anyway, so I'm in the new room. A lunch lady came by to take my order, just like you're at a dinner house. It was very impressive. I'm like, all right, I get this score, get some hot again. And then I got a call. The nurse lady was here. She said, you got a phone call. I'm like, huh? And so I kind of thought it kind of weird because it's like going to a hotel room, you know, and all of a sudden you get a call from who? And it was from the lady that's I think is trying to collect a medical payment, which don't have at the time. And that's why I hate coming to hospitals because I don't want to owe a debt. I don't do debts, credit cards. I don't do loans or any of that. I've got school loans that need to be finished, paid off. They were supposed to be taken care of in my divorce and weren't. And they've all, I'm sure, jacked right back up to what they began with. And I hadn't paid down about 5K back then because of interest. And then they sell them and resell them all day long. And there was supposed to be a thing where they're supposed to be paying them off. And I researched that, and it was turned down by Supreme Court. And then somebody told me recently they know 2 people that actually got that paid. And I said, did you see like paper proof? Because I understand that's not possible. But they said, yes, they did. So maybe there'll be hope after all. I hate to write that off because I owe that that debt legitimately. I got some great college degrees, 5 of them. My last 3 are ME, which I would love to be working in engineering. But the problem is being homeless. I need to be stationary in order to take a great job like that. And it would be much better. Um, but anyway, so I'm in this room. It's like a little hotel room. It's quite nice. And it's fresh and clean. Got a recliner there. They've taken me off the oxygen for a second because my oxygen levels came up a little bit. They've been in danger since I got here. My lungs are still kind of doogie. It's like they're going backwards. I think I just got too cold last night. And not eating, I think, is a lot of it. Not eating and drinking. I drink a ton every day. Drink a gallon of milk, not counting all the other drinks. I always have a drink in my hand. Always. And non-alcoholic, too. Don't do drugs, don't drink. But anyway, so I think being without has really hurt me a lot. And getting too cold in here. But I get to sleep a little bit here and there. I feel a lot better than when I walked in the door, but it kind of feels like it's reversing because I got too cold last night. But when I did need to get to the point of when I talked to this bill lady on the phone. That's what I think she is. I don't know. And she's like, "You don't have medical insurance." So I'm like, "No." And I said, "Do you have anything?" Because I know when my one kid got deathly ill, almost died, and I took her to Tulsa, nearly dead. I mean, I was breathing into her mouth and stuff, and trying to keep her alive in the ride while my friend Jonah drove us in the snow and the ice. What a treacherous drive that was. And my little baby dying. And because the podunk little town country doctors were so crappy and had her on like 20 medications every single day of her life, no daycare wanted to touch her. It was terrible. Went up to that hospital. When we finally got up there, it turned out she had um, H flu meningitis, not HIV meningitis, but H flu meningitis. We were there like a month. And they gave me an option to opt in and be treated too, just in case, which was great because everybody's kids love to run up to me and hug my legs in public. Strangers' kids. And I welcome them. Sort of like dogs. If dogs and cats like you, other people's kids like you, but I don't want to make other people's kids sick. Because my kid was sick. And anyway, we were there a month. And uh, the doctor, I sat all those medications, I had all those with me. I sat them all on a counter. He says, "What is that?" I said, "My baby has to take this crap." She wasn't even walking. And I said, every single day. And he's like, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Daycares don't want to touch her." I said, and I mean, like, to me, this looks like she's got cancer or something. There's something wrong with this child. And it's really expensive. And, it's either these are podunk doctors in the country, and she just need to go to a real hospital in a big city like here, and somebody figure out what is wrong with my child. Because that's just a baby. She didn't need to be pickled like that. And find the problem and solve it. You know what I mean? I never heard of anything like that in my life, and I wouldn't take 12 chemicals. Oh hell no! I've seen people like that. Older people and they be taking all like medicine bottles. Like, forget it, dude. I'd rather be pumping iron, man, doing laps than get like that. But anyway, so I waste my weights. I have some of my weights in my car. For like when I'm like bored on downtime, I can, pump iron. Nobody cares if you whip out your weights and start working out in the parking lot or go to the beach and work out. They're in my car and I can't get them. So, uh, yeah. So anyway, she turned out to be very seriously ill with meningitis. That was terrible. But at least got that problem solved. No more 12 chemicals. And when we got back in town, one of the city workers told every daycare and everybody in that podunk little town that my daughter had HIV meningitis, which is AIDS meningitis. And we were both tested for AIDS up there too in Tulsa and came out clear. And we had a letter from the hospital and I had to get one because this woman ruined us. No daycare would touch my kid. Nobody wanted to get near us. And it's like, dude, and then I found out because she was telling everybody that my daughter had AIDS. It's like, no. She got the meningitis from the daycare she was in. Because if a caregiver takes care of a child that has meningitis, they get the germs in their nostrils and it's passable to all kinds of other people. So that's my kid got it from a daycare. So, but anyway, so I'm here and I got some milk. I'm gonna drink here pretty quick, and I got half a glass of water. Yay! And I got this is the orange juice. I will drink that every once in a while. I drink that. It sometimes make me vomit because it's real acid. But I love oranges. Just don't eat a lot of it. I like orange Julius. When I worked at restaurants, I make orange Julius. Everybody else wants one because I know how to make it because I used to work at orange Julius a million years ago. But anyway, so it's nice up here. It's about 70 degrees. But they are going to keep me another night or two or something. He said it, the doctor said definitely going to be going home today. So this is bad. I'm losing revenue every day. I've got to pay these storage fees. So, and I got an order shipped out yesterday on eBay. Thank God. And then I restarted my vacation mode on my eBay store. So it won't ship till like after October 3rd. But we hope that we get to keep everything. Need lots of sales in the eBay store, and I need PayPal donations for the storages. But most of all, I need phone time right away. Right away, I need phone time. Um, for straight talk. If anybody can help. But anyway, so the financial lady's supposed to be on her way up here for my medical situation. Because, like, when my daughter went into Tulsa, they had a thing. My auntie told me, she said she'd pay the whole bill, my Aunt Roseanne, cash. And she said she'd pay the whole bill no matter what it was. And when I moved out to Oklahoma, she covered just like everything. She had an apartment complex she owned and wanted to make me manager and gave me a free apartment in exchange for managing it. I did virtually nothing over there. And I worked in the abstract and title office, learned how to do that. That was very interesting work. I wish I would have learned more, but they were so jealous of me because I was a relative. They didn't want me to like come in there and take their job. It's so stupid. But it would have been nice to learn more. But I got a paycheck for that every week. And then, but at the hospital, uh, you know, they had offered a thing in Oklahoma they called Title 19. And then in other states or something, they have a Title 4. But I recall it being Title 19. This was a long time ago on that meningitis thing in the Tulsa hospital. And what it does is if you'll sign and accept it, because you can't pay the bill yourself, then the government has some funding or something that pays that. Or it comes out of dead people's money that they left behind to cover hospitals. I don't know. There's something about it. And so I called Rosanna, because I told myself, man, I hate that my aunt, my dad's sister, is going to be like paying the debt on this kid. You know how much hospitals are? Oh my God. Um, when she was born, my stay was $500 a day. What a crappy hotel with no damn shower for a month. And her stay was $250 a day. And that's a lot of money when you're there a month. And so today, I'm sure it's much, much different. That's probably 1,000 a day in this hotel. Um, but um, you know, I don't like debts. It ruins your credit and everything else. I don't like debts. Oh, that's why I don't go to emergency room real easy. I have to be near dead to go to the emergency room to go when I can get a doctor. So, um, the Title 19, I called Rosanna up and I said, you know, they got something here called Title 19. I said, do you know anything about that before I sign these documents? And she says, what is that? And I told her, she said, oh, yeah, that's a government thing. And it's totally funded. You don't owe the money. It's not a loan or anything. And she says, that would be fantastic. And I said, well, I'm just in concern of you because I don't want you to have to pay all this medical bill for this baby because it could be really, really expensive. And I don't know how long we're going to be here. And so, and they had come to me like we were there 2 or 3 days before they came to me and said, hey, how you going to pay this bill? I'm like, oh, I don't know. But my aunt Roseanne said she'll cover everything. And so, anyway, Roseanne said, go ahead and opt in on that deal. They're not going to send you any bill. It's not a loan or anything like that. And see if they'll take it. They'll cover it, like the lady said. So, well, okay. I said, it would just be nice if I didn't have to have you paying for my kid. And so I signed in on it, never got a bill or anything after that, nothing. So I imagine they paid for that whole month we were there. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if they have anything like that in Florida. Um, they had a medical thing where everybody in Florida had free medical at one point. I don't know if that happens anymore. Um, and I knew about that about 5 years ago. But and I'm not old enough to have Social Security, so don't even begin with that. Okay, everybody always does that. Well, you should get Social Security, and it's like, dude, I'm not that old. Hi.
Hello. I'm sitting out with respiratory.
Okay, I got a respiratory person here, so you guys, I will talk to you on the next one. I love you. Have a great one. All right. See you in the next one.
I have your breathing treatment.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.